Hello! Hi everyone and welcome to my urban city garden. I am currently outside of my apartment. I have a bunch of plant tasks to do today and I thought I would take you along just so you can kind of see what it's like to grow food in grow bags and buckets. I hope that it isn't too windy today. I am kind of regretting my outfit choice a little bit. Here, if you can see. Little outfit of the day. I wish I wore sleeves, but I'm hoping that it will get warmer once we start kind of doing our tasks. So let's just get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is prune. Oh my god, I think I chopped off a little bit of my hair. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is prune the tomatoes that I have growing. They are starting to get quite large. Excuse me, Mr. Green Onion. As you can see here, this one is my smallest determinant variety, but I'm going to prune the bottom to allow some airflow. While I'm here, I'm going to remove this sad chichimaskai that raccoons have started eating. So I'm going to just go ahead and chop this off. Pretty freaking sad if you ask me, but you know, it had to be done. This is it. I'm here to cut up these mushrooms. They don't really do anything, but I just like to remove them. Okay, so I actually need to tie these tomatoes one day. I bought some jut, but today's not that day. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to look so much better already. And I can tell when I water it now, it won't have any splashback even with this mulch here. If you're wondering what that is, I have so many green onions planted in my garden simply to deter aphids. And I have so many that I just kind of chop them up and put them around. I don't know if it works, but certainly gives me significantly less green onions to deal with. Now I have this one. Oh fuck. Oops, I accidentally cut off this one right here. It is starting to look kind of sad on the bottom, so maybe that's for the best, but I do regret it because it was growing. But you know what? It's a small price to pay for clean plants, so I'm just going to be more careful next time of what's splashing around, but also just, no, it's fine. This is a huge plant. I actually think I'm allergic to tomato plants, so I'll just smell from a distance. Oh, okay, next. So a lot of people think that you cannot grow tomatoes in San Francisco because you don't get enough sunlight. And while I do think that you have to be strategic with the types of tomatoes you grow, I don't think you should listen to anyone who tells you you can't do it, because gardening is such a personal journey and you don't know if you don't try, right? So for me here in my little garden, I get about 4 hours of direct sunlight in my sunniest spot and I'm still growing tomatoes. But I do think, I am being strategic. I am growing cherry tomatoes. One day I will try regular tomatoes, but they've just been growing just fine. I think, you gotta make do with what you have and see what you can and can't do for yourself. Sometimes I think gardeners say, oh, I can't do this in my climate, oh, I can't do that, but either you haven't tried, or maybe it's something about the way that you're doing it that can be improved. I think there's always an opportunity to learn and be better, and, if I didn't try, I wouldn't have cherry tomatoes, so I think that's a lesson to be said, right? So I'm just gonna finish chopping her up and then I'll show you how large she's getting. I actually don't think she needs that much pruning. I'm realizing that later. I think more than anything she needs structure in her life, and same, I also need a little bit of structure in my life, so. Alright, here she is in all of her glory. As you can see, she's getting quite bushy, and I wonder if it's because I just didn't stake her up in time and now she's just kind of used to bushing out. Lazily doing here. It'll give her the support she needs. Ooh, shit, I just broke a branch. That's fine. That is fine. You have a lot of them. Maybe that'll make her less heavy too. Just okay. So I'm just gonna weave her through. I don't know if this works or not. I don't know if I'm killing her slowly, but you know what? Ooh, actually, it's a lot better when you stay here. She's a little wild still, but I think she definitely has a lot more airflow. I am so sorry that you have to keep hearing my knees crack. I don't know about you, but I am someone who feels like I don't want to waste seedlings. I think this is why it is so difficult for me to thin them out, because I just feel like that is a whole plant. That's a whole plant. Why would you want to kill that? But I have been working on this over, the last 2 years that I've been gardening, because I do recognize that they would be weak plants to begin with, and I want them to have their best chance. So might as well just pick the strongest ones because I have such a small garden. So anyway, all that to say, I didn't do that for this one. So this is the extra tomato plant that I have, and I didn't have that much soil left. As you can see, this is a 10-gallon grow bag, but it is significantly smaller than all of the others. I'm just making do, and I also put some Perilla here. Bless you, whoever just sneezed. Bless you. Homegirl is already starting to look a little diseased, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna trim out as much of those leaves as possible and just give her more airflow and see what happens. She definitely is in a more compromised, difficult position than her other siblings, but you know what? I am rooting for the underdog. I thought that I would be so excited to grow Perilla, and I was able to grow them from seed, and I got a few plants, right? And this one right here has like 3 plants. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. She's really, so this little bucket. And I was really excited, but I'm realizing I don't have a lot of things to do with Perilla, or at least I haven't, actively sought out recipes, and now they're all flowering. So that's life, I guess. But I tried them with spam musubi, and it was scrum, but I want to experiment with other methods. I know that people use them in Korean and Japanese dishes, so I think maybe I'll wrap them in rice and some meat. I think that could be really tasty. But yeah, I should really get on that because poor girl is flowering and I don't want her to lose her flavor. Yeah, that looks great. Now you can really see the shiso. She's kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's honestly because, like, there's so much of her and I haven't harvested her at all. As you can see, it's a massive leaf. She's thick. I think we're all done with the tomatoes. I like how they all look now, and they all look like they're ready to bloom with a lot of the airflow that they're getting. Hopefully they maintain some health and not a lot of disease, but you never know with tomatoes. So now I'm going to work on my potatoes. Holy crap, do you see what I see right now? Is that? Ew, okay, I have to blast the shit out of this because I can't risk it eating up my plants. Oh my god, it has wings! Oh my god, it has wings. I'm sorry, but we're in the wild, baby. Can a girl hill her potatoes in peace? Thank you. These are the organic grocery store potatoes that I forgot to eat. So I just decided to plant them. Honestly, I don't know if I am hilling anything correctly ever. my goal is to just not kill them in the process, So far, so good. I think my potatoes from last year, they were a pretty good yield, so I'm very excited. Okay, there you have it. I just hilled up probably like halfway. I think it was around here, and I just kind of hilled up to here. Okay, lastly, I have to tackle what I call my corner of doom. I have bunch of plants that the raccoons have eaten. So I gotta just clean them up a little bit, prepare them for whatever comes next. These are some big ass radishes. I don't know if you can see, actually, there's one left over here. Like, do you see how big this radish is gonna be? And now it's been eaten, so. Okay, honestly, I think I'm going to refill a few of these with radishes, and we kind of leave the rest alone. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I want to plant in these empty ones. I could try to seed some new greens just because I feel like I'm running out, or I can opt to replace them all with potatoes and radishes because they are quite high yield. So I think for now I'm just going to fill this bucket with some radish seeds. So let's do that. I thought I would have a decision after I prepared the radish bucket, if I wanted to seed some more greens. Honestly, I have no freaking idea. I am running out of battery, so I think I'm just gonna head back inside, get a new battery, and then see how I'm feeling. Okay, that break was extremely rejuvenating. I feel ready to take on the latter part of my tasks, and I have a plan. I think I'm going to plant some seed potatoes, or I guess potatoes that have gone to seed from the grocery store. They're organic. And then I'm going to seed some mizuna. I think I am in a stage in my garden where I know that the next couple of months will be really busy for me, so I just need things that will grow and produce well, and I think both of those things, in addition to the radish, will be nice additions to my garden. Nice. Sweet potatoes. So I'm going to put one here, bury that a little bit. Bury this guy here. And this, the last guy here. No rhyme or reason, really. Alright everybody, I have completed all of my gardening tasks and I'm feeling so accomplished, and I can't wait to see the fruits of my labor. I know that, all the work that I put in today, even though I've been kind of putting it off, will help me have better harvests tomorrow, so I'm very proud of myself. And thank you for joining me on my little plant tour day. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you are a fellow gardener like me, especially if you are one who is living in a city, trying to make it work with your buckets and containers just like me, I hope that you can follow me along on this journey as I continue to make something grow. We're all just trying to make things grow at the end of the day, and I hope that you subscribe. I hope to grow as much food as humanly possible in this little patch of concrete that I have. I think it's time for lunch, so until next time, bye!